Today I want to talk to you about making your own chicken broth or chicken bone broth. Or you can use the vegetables without the bones, and you can make just your plain old vegetable broth. But making this at home is simple. It saves you waste, it saves you money, and it's also a lot healthier for you. It has less sodium. You know what goes in it. You don't have to worry about the preservatives or any kind of additives that they put into it. No MSG or anything like that. So, plus you get to use up scraps, which is the best thing ever. Okay, so who gets rotisserie chickens, or you get a chicken and you roast it and your family fix it clean and there you've got the bones and the carcass, and what you need to do is start saving those. Save the bones, save the carcass, put it in a large freezer mate, stick it in the back of your fridge, and when you get enough of them, put them on your sheet pan, roast them in an oven about 425 degrees, and let them roast a good long time, these bones. Let them get good and brown. You need them to get as brown as they can get without actually burning. I'd say, I do it in mine anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour on about 400, 425. And then I let them cool off, and I stick them back put them in a freezer mate after they're cool, stick them in the freezer. They're always there. So then the other thing, this is what they look like. Here's your lovely chicken carcasses, all roasted up, nice and brown. This is going to make a beautiful color in your broth. It's also going to give lots of flavor. And by roasting them like that, it also helps to break down the collagen in the bones while you're making your broth, so that you get all of that good collagen in your broth to help make you healthy, help keep your bones and joints and everything like that, your skin healthy. Now, I've got one of our extra large ultimate silicone bags, and inside here, let me show you, we have vegetable scraps. Now, we all use, onions. We cut up our onions. We pull off the skins and the peels, and most of us throw those away. We don't want to throw those away. Some of the healthiest part of the onion is actually in the skin. It can help your body to boost your immune system. It can help your body to fight off colds and keep you healthy. So what we want to do is we want to take these and we want to put them in a bag or in a freezer mate and stick those back in the freezer until you accumulate. We've also got some carrot. We've also got, let's see what we got in here. We have the peels from peeling carrot. We've got the tops of the carrot that we've punched off. We have the top of the zucchini that we've punched off. Anything like that. The tops of your bell peppers, the outer peels of your cabbage, any vegetable scraps like that, the leafy tops of your beets, turnips, radishes, anything like that. Bell pepper. You can take the top part of your bell pepper. Just make sure not to put the seeds of the pepper in there, because the seeds can make it bitter. Also, there's a lot of them have strong flavors. Like if you don't like a strong flavor, don't put your kale stems or your cabbage leaves in your broth bag. But anyway, when you accumulate enough vegetable scraps and your bag is full, this when you realize it's time to make a batch of broth. So there are two things you can do. You can either put them in your stock pot, cover them with water, fill it up till it's all covered up with water, Stick it on the back of your stove and bring it up to a boil, and then turn it down to a simmer. You want to keep it simmering, but you don't want it to boil dry. Keep an eye on it. You want to, if you're doing it this way, it needs to sit on the back of your stove and simmer for a good 10-12 hours, something like that. And also, it helps when you're making broth to put in a couple of tablespoons apple cider vinegar. This also helps, you won't be able to taste it in your broth, but it helps to break down the bones and get the collagen into the broth. And that is what makes a bone broth healthy for you. It helps to feed your body all the goodness that it needs. Also, I usually put in about a tablespoon of peppercorns, a couple of cloves of garlic. Just toss them on in there with your vegetable scraps and your roasted chicken bones, and let them simmer all day long. Once that it's all starting to break down, I'd say probably about 12 hours, go ahead, turn your fire off and let it sit until it cools down. About an hour, 2 hours, something like that. You don't want to handle it when it's too hot. And then what we're going to do is strain it. You can strain it through a mesh strainer. You can strain it through cheesecloth, but you want to catch all the little broken particles so that it doesn't end up in your broth. Sometimes you may have to strain it twice, but strain it into, I don't know, one of your that's a bowls maybe, or strain it down into, depending on how much you've got, how much liquid you've got in there, strain it down into one of your, what are they called? I'm so sorry. Mix and store pitchers, something like that. Put a lid on it, stick it in your fridge overnight, and any fat that was in it will float to the top. You can scoop that right off, and then you will have a fat-free broth if you want to. Let me think. Is there anything else I need to tell you? This process can be sped up if you have an Instant Pot. My husband bought me one of those because he got tired of the humidity in the house when I would leave the thing simmering on the back of the stove half the day. But anyway, in an Instant Pot, it only takes about probably 1.5 hours to 2 hours to cook down. And then you can go ahead, cool it down, pour it up, do what you want. Now, when your broth is cooled down, ready to go, great thing to do is to pour the broth into ice cube trays and freeze them. When they're frozen, pop them out, put them in another one, put them in one of our silicone bags, put it in a little freezer mate, some kind of container you can put it into the freezer, and they're ready to go to add to your sauces, to add to anything that needs like water, just to add extra flavor, extra nutrition. You can also portion them out into I like using the small freezer mates to portion them out, because it's usually just enough to bring out and make to cook with or whatever. It's about the same as a box of broth like you buy at the store that costs a lot of money and is full of sodium. But this is homemade and it's in your freezer ready to go. You just pull it out, thaw it out, use it as you would the box. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know you could do these things, save yourself money on buying store-bought broth, increase the nutrition that's in your broth, and use up kitchen scraps so you don't waste anything. Waste not, want not. No waste kitchen. Anyway, thank you for listening. Good luck, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.